Hi, Jamie.
Hi, Gabby.
Glad you're here.
I am too. I feel like I really need it this week, like more than normal, a little bit.
Yeah, I'm so glad you're here. Okay, so tell me, how has this past week been?
It's been hard. I don't know, just the anxiety is getting worse, I feel like, and, yeah, I don't know. I lost both of my softball games this week, and, we're trying to make it to state, and I feel like it was partly my fault because, I struck out, twice. I also got 2 hits, that's almost good, and I just feel like I'm nervous, I don't know, that's making me anxious, and then, school is making me anxious too because, I don't know if all my teachers like me, and, especially my history teacher, I really want him to like me, but I don't know that he does, and I just feel, insecure about, that in English too, because I feel like I'm writing so much, and as I'm turning it in, I feel like it's vulnerable, and I got a C on one of my papers,
Okay.
and then I got a B in another one, and so it's just been a bad week, but yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot, going from your softball games, right, to your classes. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So let's start with the softball. So
Okay.
You say you guys are trying to get to state, correct?
Mhm.
And you guys have lost the past 2 games,
Yeah.
correct? And so why do you say it was your fault, as you told me?
Yeah, just because I'm our number 4 spot hitter. That's the most important spot, and I just feel like I don't get all the hits I want to get. I am just I really want my coaches and my teammate, I want to make them proud, and I just feel like sometimes I don't play as well as I could, and yeah, it just makes me anxious. So, and then I want to get a scholarship too, and I'm if I can't get the batting average that I want, then what if I don't get the scholarship? And then what if my dad's mad at me because I didn't get the scholarship, and we put in all of these batting lessons and just teams that we've been traveling for so many years, and then if I don't get a scholarship, I don't know how I'm gonna afford school, and so that going to college and stuff, and I want to go to college, and I think I could do that, but yeah, so yeah.
Yeah, you sound very overwhelmed and anxious, as you've told me. And you said you're the 4th spot hitter, and that's a very important job. So it shows that you are an important person to the team, right? So yeah. I'm sure you're doing something amazing with that. And I can see that the stress and anxiety of trying to do well in the sport to get into college with the scholarship. I'm sure that's a lot of weight on your shoulders, right?
Yeah. Yeah, because it's my whole future.
Yeah.
If I don't do well, then what if I just don't know what's gonna happen in the future if I don't do well, and you always say that if I'm oh, sorry, I forgot. I don't know, just you're the anxiety that when I think about the future, it builds anxiety a lot, and so you say to focus on what I can control, but I can't control the future, but I keep thinking about it,
Yeah. Yeah, it sounds like you're very future minded, you think about the future a lot.
Yeah.
I think that's great, thinking about what you get to do down the road. But I see it's affecting you a lot right now. How does that make you feel on the past week or day-to-day basis of just with everything that you're going through?
Yeah. I think, yeah. It just makes me anxious. And then I think that's just weird that you said what I get to do, because I never think about it like that. like I've never thought, oh, I get to go to college or I get to play softball. Like it's always like, I guess because my dad is always like, you have to do this, like you have to do this, like why are you not doing enough of this, and and like he just always yelling at me, and so I feel like I don't know, I've been so focused on like if I'm gonna get there that I haven't thought of like, well maybe it's a good thing like to get into a good school and stuff, like that's something I get to do.
Yeah.
I don't know, because right now I'm like, will I even get there? Like will I survive like high school and survive like this season to get to the next season? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, you're doing good so far. Aren't you? What year are you in high school now?
I'm a junior.
Junior, that's amazing. And you've done softball, and that's awesome that you've gotten this far and that you're already thinking about college, so it shows that you're very like goal oriented. But from what it sounds like, are you and your dad like close? Like explain that relationship to me a little bit more.
Oh, I mean like I don't know. I mean, I really like his opinion really matters, and I don't really talk to him except if it's about softball. Like that's the only time he talks to me, and so I think that's really interesting. It's just like if I don't do well, then he's just yelling at me. And I think maybe that's why I'm so anxious about softball. Is maybe it's not even about the coach or a scholarship. Maybe it's more about my dad. Cause like that's true. Like that the only time he talks to me is about softball, and when I don't do well, he'll just yell at me. And so like even if I do well, he'll just like find something that I messed up on and yell at that, like, and I don't know if maybe he just doesn't care about me or love me or like believe in me. I kind of feel like that a lot.
So yeah, explain more of that to me. Like what brings you to think of that he doesn't care or love you or believe in you?
Well, I mean, I guess he does do a lot of things for me. Like, he does, he does, like earn money and buy me food and take me to softball lessons and stuff. But, like, I just think it's so hard because, like, my mom died a couple years ago, so it's just us. So, like, I feel like that's the only opinion I have of like who I am, and like if he just doesn't ever say like I love you or like affirm me or and I just don't know what to do with that, you know, like if his opinion matters most and he's not affirming me, then like I guess like there's like who am I? You know, like do I matter? Am I worth? I don't know. Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely. And I'm sorry about your mom, and I'm sure that's like makes it harder because you only have your dad and you want him to, you know, that you want that close relationship, right?
Yeah.
And I'm sure that's like really hard right now, just having it with the topic of softball. So, and you want a close relationship with your dad, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So, are there any things like that, like he likes to do that like, or is there something that you guys do bond over aside from softball? If you notice that a little bit at all?
I mean, we haven't really tried bonding outside of softball. Like, that's all we do. I mean, okay, so sometimes after practice, like, he'll take me out to ice cream.
Oh, that's so fun.
Yeah, and I guess those are the only moments where I feel like it's not about who I am as a player, like my performance, and it's just like, hey, I'm just his daughter, and he's buying me ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
But we haven't done that in a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we stopped doing it once. He kind of, I don't know why. I don't know why we stopped. Maybe we should start again. Maybe that could be good. And then, I don't know. I feel like I wonder if he knows how much, like, his opinion matters and how much, like, I feel, like, hurt by him. Like,
Mm-hmm.
do you think he knows that? Or do you think I should talk to him about that? Or would that be, I just don't know how he'd respond if I did. Like, I feel like he never talks about feelings, and he never talks about, like,
Mm-hmm.
how he's feeling or how he's doing. Like, when you said that, I don't even know what he enjoys to do. Like, he never really talks about himself. I just feel like he works a lot, and just, like, that's pretty much it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so he works all day, and then you just see him after school. Is that right?
Well, then after school, I mean, he's a firefighter, so, like, he just has his shifts that he's gone all 24 hours, and then I'm just, like, home alone.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he doesn't work, like, the days he doesn't have shifts,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, he's just, like, I come home, well, I'm gone all day, because I'm at school all day, and then I come home, and then I have softball practice, and then I come home, and, like, I usually just, like, eat a bowl of cereal for dinner, and then I just have, like, do homework all night,
Okay.
and so I don't really see him.
Yeah. And so, since you're not seeing him and you're only talking about softball, so does he come to, like, your softball games?
Yes, he has not missed a game, I guess. That's true. He hasn't missed a game since I started playing when I was, like, 12, so.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, so maybe he cares.
From what it sounds like, yeah, he's shown up to every single softball. And how long have you been playing now?
I mean, I'm 17, so that's,
Okay.
like, 5 years.
That's a lot of softball games.
Yeah, that's true. But, like, I mean, he just yells at me, like, about not doing well and stuff. So why
Mhm.
do you think he's yelling at me? Like, I don't get that.
Have you talked to him about how he's doing since your mom has passed away, or since with his job, or like how his day is going? Have you?
No, I guess I haven't. Cause he just never likes to talk about his feelings, and so, like, I feel like at first when she died, I tried to talk about it a few
Mhm.
times, and he just shut me down.
Okay.
You know, like, he didn't. He cried at the funeral, but other than that, he just was like, I'm fine.
Mm-hmm.
And then if I brought it up, he'd just, like, not know what to, like, just kind of be awkward and just kind of shut down the conversation.
Okay. That makes it really hard to connect with him, doesn't it? Yeah. And that's been 3 years, right? And so now he's just busy, and your schedules are very different.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Yeah, but maybe if I was more intentional,
Mm-hmm.
or maybe on the weekends that he has off,
Yeah.
we could, like, go to ice cream again, or,
That'd be great.
or maybe he'd want to just, like, play catch and not, like, make it about, like, how well I'm doing or not or anything, but just, like,
Mhm.
make it, like, something, like, come back to why we started. Like, I feel like we started it so we could do something together, because he played baseball in high school.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah, but he didn't get a scholarship or anything. Like, he never made it to college, and I know he wanted to. And, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so.
Do you think that? So he never made it. He did play baseball, but
Yeah.
he never got a scholarship.
Yeah.
Do you think it could explain how he's been with you? Because he really hopes that you'll go to college and get a scholarship. Do you think?
Oh, that would make a lot of sense. Why he's so hard on me.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I never even like connected that. Thank you so much. I'm feeling a lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm feeling better. I think that helps. Thank you for listening.
Of course, definitely. I'm here to be here, like hearing you out in everything that you're going through, and I'm excited. Like, it's amazing to hear what you're doing in softball, and that you and your dad would go get ice cream. So hopefully that can happen.
Yeah.
Soon.
Yeah, I'll do that this week. Like, I'll try.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
Okay, sounds good.
Awesome.
Alright, thank you.
Yeah, thank you for coming in. Are we on for next week for a session?
Yeah, well, I have a game next week, but I think I'm on your calendar for the week after that.
Yes, that's right. Okay, yes, next week, and then yes, 2 weeks. Okay.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'll be there.
Awesome. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too.